Alright, I'm getting ready to replace the motherboard. I guess it's the power supply on my Vizio. It's a 48-inch, I believe. It's out in the shop. It's a D48-D0. Alright, so the screws you have to take off, there's none up top. There's the screws all along here. And then you got 3 right in here. You got one more by the power supply. And then the 4, if you have any of the screws that you hang it on, you have to remove those screws as well. Or if you have the feet that goes in here, you're gonna have to remove those. All right, so I got all the screws removed, and it didn't come apart easy. Like you couldn't just lift it up. So what I had to do is I had to lift the whole thing up right from here and give it a little, let it fall, and it released on that side. And then I did the same thing on this side, and it released. When you go ahead and pick it up, you want to be careful because there's a red and black wire that goes to I guess this is a motherboard. So you be careful with that. You just unhook it and everything should be good. All right, so on this one that I've already replaced, just 2 wire assemblies that you take off and 5 screws. There's one there, there's one there, there's one over here, and then there's 2 on the power plug port. Took those off, put the new one on, and get ready to do the power supply, and then put it back together. If I run into any issues, putting it back together, it looks pretty straightforward, but I will let you know. I'm just going to pause it for now and replace this board, and then start putting it back together. The reason why I'm doing this is we had a power surge, or a lightning strike, however, whatever you want to say. It took off 2 of my DVRs, it took out a UPS, it took out a bunch of stuff. It also took out this TV, and it only went to the Vizio logo. So I kind of did some research, and you can hold the power button down for 30 seconds and reset it, and nothing helps. So you can replace the motherboard, or the processor might be bad, or the power supply, but I got both of them. I'll find out where I got them from, because I actually called Vizio and they don't deal with it. So sorry about all the noise. It's raining, and of course I'm in my shop. It's my new metal shop. It has no insulation and it is loud. So let me pause now, and I will get this board out, see if I have any more issues. Okay, I got the parts from shopjimmy.com, and this one right here is a ribbon on the motherboard, and you just lift this side up and the ribbon will come right out. Don't try to pull it, don't try to pull it this way. It lifts up from the back. So that's the only one that's a little tricky. I've worked with those before, so it's not that big of a deal. Just take your time, you'll be fine. There's only like 5 screws on this too. I'm gonna go ahead and replace this and see what happens. Okay, on the motherboard. The motherboard's all assembled, but they don't have the little bracketry on here. I looked it over. You just have to make sure that you do the over and under here, and this goes on top, and that should be it. There was 6 screws that held this down, so once you replace that, it also came with this piece right here, and that red and black wire that goes up. It looks like the remote or the power button. That's also in the kit. The kit's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and start changing some stuff out and see what happens. Okay, all of these screws are all the same. They're for the plastic. The only ones that are different are these 3 here. They're for metal, they're fine thread, and the one by the power cord. that's fine thread too. How am I doing, Pumpkin?
Doing good.
Okay. All right. Getting ready to power it up, and that's about it. I hope it works.
Hey.
Yeah, you can see us in the video.
Yes.
All right. Turn it on. All right. Used to
Turn
go
it
to the Vizio right there and get stuck. And the Vizio's gone. So now it works.
It works.
So I don't know how to do a link to what I did, but if I find out, I'll do it. But it's Shop Jimmy, SHOP Jimmy, JIMMY.com, and it's you get the motherboard and the power supply. It's awesome. It's not that hard to do if you're somewhat and that you will be able to do it. All right, have a good one. See ya.